What's up, everybody? It's Ruben Jay here from MultiMediaMouth.com, and I am coming to you today to talk to you about House of Cards. And I just finished watching House of Cards, one of my favorite shows on Netflix, and I'm conflicted about the finale. Before we jump into that, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends. My name is Ruben Jay, and let's jump into this. So House of Cards was Netflix's real big breakout show. What we saw with House of Cards was Netflix putting in a lot of money into a really well scripted televised programming that they then created a new distribution model of releasing entire seasons or chunks of seasons at a time, as opposed to doing weekly episodic television, which is what is traditional on major network television. I mean, This Is Us, probably the biggest show on network television right now. Tim Allen's Last Man Standing is another example of weekly episodic television, which is basically every week the story continues to grow with each episode. So every episode the story grows a little bit. And with comedies like Last Man Standing, it's episodic, but it's not necessarily following a very strict storyline. With shows like This Is Us, the episodic timeline actually tells a bigger story. Netflix developed this new distribution model for their series, and basically dropping a bunch of episodes all at once. They did this for House of Cards, this is for Orange is the New Black, and they've done this for many of the shows, Insatiable, that they've created since then, and it's become a new model when it comes to streaming platforms. Hulu does this, WWE Network does this, I'm sure any streaming specific shows in the future will do this, and it's created binge watching. So Netflix's House of Cards really helped develop that. Now let's fast forward to season 5, which was last season's. It ends on a huge high note. What's going to happen with Frances Underwood, who was the president at the time? Claire Underwood takes over temporarily, and it's a really cool season finale. They start shooting season 6 of the show, and all of a sudden there's breaking news that Kevin Spacey has been accused of sexual misconduct with a minor from years and years and years before. Netflix decides to fire Kevin Spacey, and they also decide to make season 6 the final season of House of Cards. Now, I originally was very concerned about making this the final season of House of Cards. I'm thinking to myself, you have a major plot change in the story. You know, your lead character has just got fired from the show. This is a major development for the show. How is this going to be the final season? Then they announced it was only going to be 8 episodes long. So they went from having 24 episodes a season to 8 episodes. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this is a really short season. How are they really going to tell the story of what happened to Frances, who takes over, how they take over, and all the drama that happens in between? House of Cards is notorious for having multiple stories going on at once and multiple major developments happening at once. So with this new shortened season, I was very concerned. So let's go ahead and fast forward to season 6 being released on Netflix. The first half of the season is basically Claire Underwood taking control of the country as president, trying to make her stance, trying to make herself powerful enough to be the president of the United States, while also fighting inside opposition within the White House. She's going up against multiple billionaires who are undercutting her at every decision, who have basically bought the presidents in the past. You have her own vice president, who was selected by her, I believe, and was at one point the opposing party member. And then you have some of the president's closest confidants who either are killed off or are trying to get revenge for Frank Underwood's murder, or essentially what ends up becoming known as a murder. So all these twists and turns, you have Claire saying that she didn't kill him, but then you have people saying that she did kill him. You're trying to figure out who's going to end up with power in the White House. There's a plot to get Claire removed as president. She fires everybody. I mean, it's a huge, huge mess. And then the finale happens, the final moments of the show. Doug Stamper, who was Frank Underwood's right-hand man and fixer, confronts Claire Underwood. There's this huge scene. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the ending of the show, the ending of House of Cards, actually left more questions than answers. It left me wanting to watch it made me want a season 7 much more than I wanted going into this. And I hope that Netflix decides to allow the show one last season, give it a full run, and allow the show the proper send-off, because the way it ended and the way that I believe the show ended was not good. The ending makes you want to watch more of the show, and you know there's not going to be more of the show provided. And I hope Designated Survivor, that's coming to Netflix sometime next year, I hope they don't have the same problem of the show being ended so quickly after being picked up again. So I really hope that Netflix decides to bring the show back for one more season. It's unlikely, excuse me, it's unlikely that the show will be back, because it's already been announced it's canceled, and Orange is the New Black has been canceled as well. But Netflix has really did a disservice to their fans for this show. I'm absolutely saddened that the show's over and it ended the way it did, with more questions than answers. But that's what, I'm not a show writer. I'm not a producer of a show. I don't run Netflix. But if you've seen the final season of Netflix, let me know in the comments down below what you think about the finale. Do you want to see another season of House of Cards? And do you think Kevin Spacey should return to the show if there is another season, which there won't be, but maybe. And in the process, please like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. MultiMediaMouth is creating a lot of great new content, so please subscribe. My name is Ruben Jay from MultiMediaMouth.com, and I will see you guys next time.